following is a presentation of Yankton Baseball on KYNT, your home team for Yankton Athletics. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Hy-Vee, Dakota Beverage, The Boathouse, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, the UPS Store, First Dakota National Bank, Yankton Medical Clinic, FNBO, Avera, Olson's Pest Technicians, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, First Chiropractic Centers, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Dole Distributing, Missouri River Associates, Vision Real Estate, Mason Schramm and the Move Group, MT&RC Smith Insurance, and Vision Care Associates. Now we go live to the field for Yankton Baseball on KYNT.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It is playoff time in Class A for Legion Baseball. The Yankton Post 12 taking on Aberdeen Smittys. That's Post 24 out of the Hub City, and it should be a lot of fun today. Game one of a potential three-game series between these two teams, with the winner moving on to the state tournament next week in Rapid City. The only team right now that for sure is in that state tournament next week are the hosts and, coincidentally, the number one seed in Rapid City Post 22, the Hard Hats. I'm Brayden Butler, joined by Josh Boelter. We are back live for one of the final times officially at Riverside Field this year, Josh, because tomorrow, no matter what happens with Yankton, it will be the final time we get to be in this broadcast booth from Riverside.
Yeah, look, it's been a fun season so far, and Yankton's put themselves in a spot here where they have a chance to be really competitive, not only this weekend, but into next week as well. So we'll see what they can do. They're facing a good Aberdeen team, a team that they've seen this season before on the road, and we'll get into that matchup as the broadcast goes on. But yeah, a Yankton team that did sweep Aberdeen earlier this season, and obviously, looking to at least take 2 out of 3 here and keep their season alive.
We're going to jump the gun on this. Usually it's closer to the end of the pregame show that we talk about our standings review, but we're going to get right into it because it is playoff time across the state. This standings review courtesy of Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. Here are your playoff matchups. We already mentioned the number one seed, Rapid City Post 22, an automatic bid to the state tournament as they are the hosts this year. Number 2 seed in this tournament is Sioux Falls Post 15 West. They're hosting Huron Post 7, and they're having a doubleheader tonight, Josh. A 5 p.m. first pitch for Game 1. So that one might be wrapping up already. Don't have a final score for you, and then their Game 2 will be tonight as well. Game 3, if necessary, tomorrow. Your other matchups throughout the state, number 3, Yankton Post 12 against number 14, Aberdeen Post 24. Number 4, Brandon Valley hosts number 13, Spearfish. Number 5, Brookings hosts number 12, Sioux Falls Post 15 East. Rapid City Post 320 is the 6th seed. They're hosting Mitchell, Post 18. Pierre, Post 8, is hosting number 10, Watertown, Post 17. And in the 8-9 matchup, Harrisburg, Post 45, hosts Renner, Post 307. I don't have any final scores here on the Legion Baseball website as of now, but I have a way to check the final score from that Pierre game, which I will do during our first break here on your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee with his helpful smile in every aisle. When we come back, I will have as many final scores from around the state as we can conjure up in the next 3 minutes, and then we're also going to talk about this matchup here between Yankton and Aberdeen. That's coming up in 3 minutes here on KYNT, KYNTV. This is your Hy-Vee pregame show.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Your days are busy. Drop-offs, meetings, practice, and then somehow make a healthy dinner. Skip the grocery run and let Hy-Vee help. With Hy-Vee online shopping, you can order your groceries in minutes, choose pickup or delivery, and get back to what matters most. Fresh groceries, great deals, and one less thing on your to-do list. Download the Hy-Vee app or shop online at Hy-Vee.com today. Hy-Vee, making lives easier, healthier, and happier.
Ready to build your next project, but can't get anyone to show up or even give you a quote? Call John Kopp, owner of Kopp Building Innovations. He will show up and he will make sure you are happy with your project. Trust in Kopp Building Innovations. KBI is an authorized WIC builder offering custom solutions. Whether you need a residential garage, an agricultural pole barn, or a commercial building, we will work with you. For more information or to get a quote, visit copbuildings.com.
At the Bar is Yankton's place to watch the game, any day. With TVs throughout, cold beverages to beat the heat, and a friendly atmosphere that feels like home. Whether you're meeting friends, catching up after work, or cheering on your team, you'll find good company and a seat waiting for you at the Bar. Open every day, you'll always find a familiar face, and there's always something worth watching. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton is a proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. Hi, this is Whitney Devine. If you're looking for protection that fits your life, call me or Travis. We make coverage simple. Whether it's your home, car, or farm, we take time to understand your needs and find the right plan at the right price. You'll get personal service, trusted advice, and peace of mind knowing we're right here in Yankton. Call Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton today to schedule your appointment.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. During that break, the only final score I have for sure, Josh, was Pierre Post 8 against Watertown Post 17 in our first-round playoff matchups. Game number 1, Watertown, a one-run victory over Pierre. That is the 7-10 matchup. And, you know, Watertown, it feels like every time we get to a postseason, Watertown, no matter what seed they are, they're playoff performers. We saw them in the high school season make the state championship as an 8 seed, and now as a 10 seed, they're up 1-0 on Pierre in their 3-game series with the winner moving on to next week's state tournament for Legion Ball. So just, you know, made the joke during the break, much akin to Jimmy Butler, just a playoff performer over there in Watertown.
Yeah, you know, they rise to the occasion. I mean, you saw it against Yankton, and like you said, in the high school season, bouncing them in the semifinals. So, you know, it's something where as soon as season's on the line, they know how to play ball, and we've seen them have some really good games this year. I mean, you know, they came to Yankton earlier in the Legion season as well and played a really great doubleheader series here. There was a whole tournament that weekend, and they looked really good here. But, yeah, so Watertown showing up at the right time and giving Pierre all they can handle.
And we'll see how that one shakes out tomorrow officially. They'll have a doubleheader tomorrow to decide who wins that series if the schedule I'm reading is correct. But we are live from your Fairfield Inn & Suites and Holiday Inn Express broadcast booth. Great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling either hotel direct. For those of you who maybe missed our opening segment, he's Josh Boelter. I'm Brayden Butler. Thank you for joining us tonight here in Yankton, South Dakota. If you're joining us from Aberdeen as well, thank you for tuning in. We're hoping for a good game between Post 12 out of Yankton and Aberdeen Smittys. I don't know the lore behind the Smittys name for Aberdeen, but you get that kind of unique flair for a couple different teams here in Legion Ball, and Smittys out of Aberdeen, one of those. Post 24 for those who are want to know that information. But these two teams did meet in the regular season up in Aberdeen, and Post 12 came out with a doubleheader sweep, 9-0 and 9-4 over those two games. So a couple wins, one closer than the other, but Aberdeen trying to flip that script here starting tonight.
Yeah, have to, right? Season on the line. But looking at those games, Yankton Post 12 in those games, like you said, the offense was a clicking. I mean, they scored 9 runs in both of those, so everything firing on all cylinders there. You look at that first game as well. Obviously, the pitching doing really well. Gave up 7 hits, but we'll see man on the mound who was on in that game, Beck Reich, and gave up 7 hits, but pitched a complete game shutout in that game and did a good job with the strikeouts, 2 at 4. So, you know, Yankton has taken care of business against Aberdeen before. Obviously, seeing this team again for a second time this year, things could be a little different. We'll see how they play out. But, yeah, you know, Yankton once again was clicking when they went up to Aberdeen earlier this season.
And obviously Beck big in game 1 on the mound. Game 2, Sam Goki shined at the plate. He finished 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and a couple walks drawn. Liam Villanueva in that one had a team-high 3 hits contributing almost half of Yankton's hits in that one. 3 of Post 12's 7 hits. Villanueva does not get the start tonight. He will be available off the bench if needed for Yankton Post 12. Just switching things up out in the outfield. We've seen it as late in the season. We saw Easton Fieser playing a lot of right field, putting Liam Villanueva in the lineup at first base, but a hot bat as of late, and Brennan Gilmore is going to get the start out and right, and that moves Fieser back into the infield.
Yeah, and hot bats might be an understatement. His batting average in the Legion season is sitting right at .333. His on-base percentage at .500 and OPS over .800. I mean, overall, just played really well. 14 RBIs as well, and just having a really nice Legion season.
Sometimes having this many good bats on the team, on the roster, Josh, it's a blessing and a curse for coaches because, you got all these different options you can put out there, but not everybody's going to be happy getting moved to the bench every now and then. But, Coach Lawrence, Coach Creer, Coach Mueller, and Coach Goki all down there today, all 4 of them, and they do a really good job of rotating these guys through, making sure best team possible is out on the field. But this is your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a hopeful smile in every aisle. I want to give a shout-out to our fans of the game, courtesy of Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or an away game, be sure to fill up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. Speaking of fans of the game, saw a couple fans down there in their Yankton Dingers gear, Josh, which was the 5th grade Yankton squad that just won their division of the state tournament just this past weekend. So congratulations to them. I wonder if they got something planned for them, considering how many of them I saw down below when I was taking a walk earlier. But congrats to them once again. And, of course, you're fans of the game from Triple Time Rudy's.
Yeah, man. Shout out the Dingers. Absolute wagon of a baseball team. Let's go.
Undefeated
Never lost.
in their group. I believe 3-0 in pool play and then won both their games in bracket play, obviously, to finish the weekend 5-0 up there. So congrats to them. And while we're doing congratulations, Josh, it was posted on social media earlier this week. Drew Lawrence recently picked up his 300th career victory as head coach between the high school and Legion teams. So congratulations to Coach Lawrence. Very, very good baseball coach. I always appreciate him taking time coming up and talking to us in our post games and for our pre games as well. But we're going to go back to break here on your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a hopeful smile in every aisle. We're coming back in 3 minutes to talk about your stats in focus, also some keys to the game and your key player today between Yankton and Aberdeen. That's coming up in 3 minutes here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
The Boathouse is for everyone. They have axe throwing, sports simulators, skee ball, shuffleboard, and darts, plus awesome drinks with lots of cold craft beers, seltzers, wines, and great non-alcoholic options. Try their burgers, pizza, wings, fish, chicken strips, and more. Check out trivia on Tuesdays, free axe throwing tournaments on Wednesdays, and live music on Fridays. Head to the Boathouse in downtown Yankton. Life is better at the Boathouse.
Being wiser means peace of mind, especially when it comes to your home's comfort. Today's heating and cooling systems are advanced with technology designed to work smarter. Peace of mind means knowing the company you call understands that technology and has the experience to get it right. For nearly 80 years, Kaiser Heating and Cooling has been trusted with knowledgeable technicians and a commitment to doing the job right. So be the wiser and go with Kaiser Heating and Cooling in Yankton.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can. For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. We're going to get things rolling with your stats in focus here, courtesy of Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton, or over the phone at 665-2020. And I'm not transitioning to that just because Dr. Fieser just brought in our lineups. Josh, but your stats in focus for a very good season so far. Obviously, Yankton entering the postseason as the number 3 seed. The numbers definitely back up their ranking.
Yeah, looking at it here, hitting 273 as a team, that on-base percentage just over 400, and OPS at 752. Slugging at 348 as a team. They have 159 RBIs, 195 runs overall. They've walked 152 times. Also looking at here, they've stolen 55 bases. That's for an 87.3% success rate here in the Legion season as well.
Yeah, very impressive offensive numbers for Yankton. Defensively as well, we talk about their dominant pitching rotation. 2.97 ERA with a 1.183 WHIP as a unit. That, of course, led this season by Beck Reichen, who is your starter on the mound today. As I didn't really cue you up when we were talking in the heading in here, so this is my way of saying, Josh, you could bring up Beck Reichen stats when you get a moment, but he's going to start on the mound today for Yankton in a crucial opening game here in the playoff series. It's really nice to be able to go into tomorrow 1-0 instead of down 0-1.
Yeah, look, leads the team in ERA at .184, that WHIP at 895. Looking at the rest of his numbers, batting average against is at 194. He's got 36 strikeouts, which leads the team as well. And that's all over, looking at it here, just 6 starts, pitched 7 games total. So throwing well and having a great Legion season.
And with that, we can transition into our key player of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Their office is local. They know you by name, and your home, auto, and family are important to them. Tate Bestie deserves a shout for how he's played all season, but especially as of late. He's got a .310 batting average on the year, Josh, but in his last 4 games, 4 for 10 with 5 runs scored, 3 walks drawn, and he has been dynamite out in center field, taking part in 7 putouts over the last 4 games, and that's in, I believe, 11 opportunities. So he's been very active out there in center field. Yeah,
steady with the glove, has a cannon of an arm out there. We've seen that, both in the spring and the fall and the summer season, really throughout the year. And swinging a hot bat, too. Been hitting a lot better here in the Legion season. He knows that, and really has been instrumental to the team's success here in the Legion season.
From your key player of the game to your keys to the game, courtesy of Vision Real Estate, visit igotvision.com. You want to start 1-0, obviously, in this 3-game series. You want to carry that advantage into tomorrow's matchups. You want to keep the bats hot. We haven't really touched on it yet, but Yankton, coming off of 22 total runs scored over their doubleheader against Renner to end the regular season last week. That includes 22 straight runs scored, all of their runs continuously after going down 4-0 in the first inning of game number 1. They would go on to win that one 7-4, and then game 2, 15-0. You got to keep those bats hot, and you have to have that playoff mentality. You can't make those mistakes that maybe you can get away with in the middle of June. It is late July. State tournament is next week. You got to punch your ticket to get there. You have to stay locked in and switched on all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting that first game tonight can be an advantage, and you can kind of play with things tomorrow and see how things go. But, yeah, obviously you don't want to go into a situation tomorrow where you need to win both those games.
Should be a lot of fun tonight. Aberdeen Smittys, post 24, Yankton, post 12. Should be a great matchup this evening. Game 1 of a potential 3-game series here at Riverside Field. We're going to go back to break. Actually, check that. The umpires are talking right now at home plate. That means they should be announcing starting lineup shortly. We might get started early here, Josh. It was scheduled for a 7 p.m. first pitch, but This is usually the indication that we're going to do starting lineups and national anthem very quickly. So we're actually going to keep it right here for the time being. We'll give a shout out to your officials of the game. They're courtesy of the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the diamond. 3-man crew tonight, Josh, and that's always important, having that extra set of eyes out there in a crucial playoff matchup here. Once again, your umpires, courtesy of the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. We can also talk about your starting lineup, courtesy of First Chiropractic Centers. They make life better one adjustment at a time. Do you have the lineups officially for both teams now? Big thank you once again to Dr. Fieser for bringing that in. And Josh, I'll let you start with whichever ones you got up first.
Yeah, starting with Aberdeen here, batting first and playing out center field is Jaleel Alvey. Is batting second. Over in left field is Carson Borge. Batting third and playing over at second base is Joe Cogley. Batting fourth and handling the duties over at first base is Michael Duttenhotter. Batting fifth and playing over at shortstop Jackson Post. Levi Hoffman's batting sixth. He's playing catcher today. Batting seventh is Branson Peterson. He's out in right field. Drake Soderlund batting eighth. He is over at third base. And then Bennett Eisenbeis, he's going to pitch today and bat ninth.
As your lineup for Aberdeen Post 24, looking across the diamond at the first base dugout. Who's getting the start today for Yankton Post 12?
Yeah, batting first and pitching today, Beck Reichen. Batting second over at third base, Sam Goki. Batting third and playing first is Easton Fieser. Batting cleanup and playing over at second base is Simon Kampshoff. Batting fifth and catching today, returning Gavin Johnson. Batting sixth out in center field, our key player of the game, Tate Bestie. Batting seventh out in right, Brendan Gilmore. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, Jackson Kudra. And rounding up the lineup in left field is Carter Boomsma.
Your starting lineups for both these teams, once again, courtesy of First Chiropractic Centers. We're going to go to break, come back in a couple minutes, and we'll have your first pitch from Riverside Field, courtesy of the Boathouse. That's coming up in a couple minutes here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
At Masada, we believe in giving back to the communities that have helped us grow. That's why we're proud to support local schools, youth programs, community events, and organizations throughout the region. We don't just work here, we live here, raise our families here, and invest here. Be part of something bigger, built on community, powered by people. Apply today at masadainc.com/careers.
Masada Manufacturing, unlock your future and rock with us.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Life doesn't slow down for injuries, and neither should your care. With Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, you can be seen quickly, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. No referrals, no long waits, just experienced, highly trained surgeons ready to help you heal and get back to what you love. And because we live right here in Yankton, your care stays close to home. I'm Dr. Jeremy Kudra, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
As a business owner, you want a bank that understands where you want to take your business and how to enhance your ability to take it there. F&BO Free Business Checking offers that flexibility and convenience so you can manage and grow your business. Unlimited transactions, free online banking and bill pay, mobile deposits and alerts, and no minimum balance, no maintenance fees, and no returned items fees. F&BO Free Business Checking, simplicity and essential solutions for businesses big and small. Member FDIC.
In Yankton, community means everything, and at Wilson Trailer, it's the heart of what they do. They're more than manufacturers, they're your neighbors. From sponsoring the Bucks and Gazelles to supporting the next generation of farmers and builders, they're proud to give back to the place they call home. For over a century, Wilson Trailer has stood strong, steady, and rooted in community. Because when Yankton thrives, we all move forward. Wilson Trailer in Yankton. Learn more at wilsontrailer.com. NorthRockPartnersLLC.com.
Whether you're getting close to retirement or already there, the goal isn't just a plan. It's helping you feel more informed and organized across your financial life. I'm Adam Boelter with North Rock. At North Rock, we take a personal office approach, helping coordinate investment strategy, tax planning, insurance, and estate consideration. It's not just about managing money. It's about helping you make decisions across everything that matters. If you're looking for a more connected, relationship-driven approach to your finances, let's start a conversation. Search Adam Boelter with North Rock or visit NorthRockVantage.com.
North Rock Partners LLC is an investment advisor registered with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. Josh, we hypothesized when are they going to honor the Dingers for their 5th grade state championship, and it was just before the national anthem, so congratulations to them again. A big championship, I believe they said the first in the current format for one of the Yankton youth baseball programs, so congrats to them.
Like I said, absolute wagon. Watch out for the Yankton Dingers, people.
What is that, 5th grade right now, so you're going to be seeing those guys at the senior Legion level, 5-6 years from now?
Yeah, I mean,
unless they're underclassmen, they're really showing out.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens with them. I say Los Angeles Dodgers, eat your heart out. You got nothing on the Yankton Dingers. But, yeah, really, seriously, that's an awesome accomplishment, and happy for them, and it's great to see them get honored here today.
For those of you used to watching games on KYN TV, outfield camera not in commission tonight. We're using the booth camera because there's a lot of clouds in the sky, and depending on which radar you looked at, there was a cell that formed right around 8 o'clock. So better safe than sorry with the equipment that's going to be in the booth with us, but we do appreciate you tuning in. Whether you're from Yankton, from Aberdeen, from anywhere in the world, however you may be listening and watching, thank you for joining us. First pitch of the game here, courtesy of the Boathouse, on its way from Beck Reichen, and it is a ball outside to get things rolling from Riverside.
Yeah, Beck, look, he just finds a way to get outs, man. I mean, whether that's the strikeout, he leads the team in that, or just simply does not give up runs. He throws another ball there, but yeah, overall just having a great Legion season, and like I said, looking to have another start here today. And Yankton needs it with this best-of-3 situation.
2-0 high and away, 3 balls. Good eye here early on for Avila's at the plate, the center fielder for Aberdeen. A left-handed hitter, 4-post 24. Here's the 3-0 from Reichen. Outside, a 4-pitch walk. Not how Reichen wanted to start things, but Avila's an early base runner for Aberdeen.
Yeah, just got to find the zone now, right? You come out, you throw 4 straight balls, got to find the zone, just find it, and be able to start settling in here into this game.
Carson Borge going to step up to the plate now, and you mentioned earlier, Beck Reichen does not give up a lot of runs for Yankton post 12. I know we know the answer to this, Josh, because we talked about it. I want people at home, as there's a throw over to first, not in time, people at home to think for a minute here. I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you to the end of this at-bat to think about how many earned runs Beck Reichen's given up throughout this season so far, and then we'll tell you. But a 1-0 count here as it is 5 straight balls to start things off for Beck Reichen. Not what we're used to seeing from the guy who's you got 2 aces, really, between him and Sam Goki, and even then you can go down to Boston freaking Chase Cooley as well. Here's a grounder right side of the infield. Cam Schaff over to Cooter, a 4-6-3 double play. The first ball put in play unloads the bases here. Beck Reichen clears things off, and now 2 down. And Josh was a little quicker than I was thinking it would be, but for those of you listening at home, 1 earned run given up this season from Beck Reichen on the mound.
Yeah, and how about that? Struggling to find the zone early, 5 straight balls to start, and finds a way to get out of that real quick with that double play ball and the grounder over to second. That's just a sign of a tough pitcher. Even when they're not having their best stuff in the first couple pitches, they can still find a way to get out of a jam. And like we said, Beck Reichen just doesn't give up runs. And he's able to get himself out of situations as he just did there.
That one fouled off here by Joe Cogley, the second baseman, taking his first hacks of the day. And good play there by the middle infield duo. A couple guys who are about to start their junior year at Yankton High School. Kudera over at shortstop, that's Jackson Kudera. Simon Kamshoff at second base. And Josh, traditionally, when we see Beck Reichen on the mound, Cooter is the guy that moves into shortstop to replace Beck, but we usually see Sam Goki over at second base and Simon Kamshoff at third, but that switch later on in the season here, and Simon Kamshoff getting work over at second base and playing really well right there.
Well, and you can really rotate this infield around in several different ways where you can see, for example, a Sam Goki play third, second, and first. You can see Kudera play second and third. Same with Kamshoff, where he can play any of those infield positions. Of course, Beck Reichen in that mix as well. That can make things happen.
This one's playable in right field. Brennan Gilmore rolling to his left and gloves it for out number 3. Unconventional way to do it, but technically 3 up, 3 down, no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're back in 60 seconds after this inning break from Avera.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Coming out of the inning break courtesy of Avera, it will be Bennett Eisenbeis getting the start on the mound for Aberdeen. How they line up in the field, it'll be Borge in left, Aviles in center, Peterson out in right. Third base will be Soderlund. Shortstop, Post. Second base, Cogley. First base, Duttenhofer. Behind the plate, Levi Hoffman. And, of course, Eisenbeis on the mound. No designated hitters today between these two teams, Josh. Everybody is playing in the field and picking up a bat.
Absolutely. You know, once again, when you look at a guy like Beck Reichen who can hit and leads the team in walks, you're going to see him in there. And like you said, with Eisenbeis out at the plate today as well. And, of course, the lefty going to be challenging this Yankton lineup. And not a lot of lefties, obviously, on this Yankton team. Off the top of my head, the only one that I can think of that bats lefty is Easton Fieser. So, you know, that's going to be interesting to see if this lefty throws off this Yankton lineup or not. But either way, Eisenbeis getting the start here for Aberdeen here today.
I think you can count on one hand how many lefties Yankton has faced between the high school and Legion season and games that we've covered, Josh. So not something they get a lot of looks at, and I don't know if there's not many lefties even on the team, because even Easton Fieser, we talked about, he bats lefty. He throws right when he steps on the mound. So I don't know how often they get a look at left-handed throwers, but Beck Reichen will try to lead things off here against Bennett Eisenbeis. It'll be Reichen, Goki, Fieser, your 3-batter minimum. Simon Kamshoff will be the cleanup man if they get to him. First pitch from Eisenbeis bounces off the plate for a ball. 1-0 count here to Beck Reichen. And Eisenbeis, he'd like to end the inning the way Beck Reichen ended things off, a very solid way there, but doesn't want to start the same way Reichen did. It was 5 straight balls from Beck Reichen before a double play ball turned the inning around, as that one misses outside for ball 2.
Yeah, and, you know, both pitchers missing early here. We'll see, if Eisenbeis can kind of correct it and find the zone just as Reichen did towards the end there and put a couple balls in play, but right now kind of falling short of the plate, as he does again right there.
That one misses for 3-0 now from Eisenbeis to Reichen. And, you know, I'm not one of those guys that likes just to blame the weather for everything that happens in sports, but it is very different today than it has been the last 2 weeks here in the Yankton area, as that one misses outside for ball 4. Reichen will take the walk 90 feet down to first. But, Josh, speaking of 90s, we've had highs in the mid to upper 90s basically for the entire last 2 weeks. It is currently 74 degrees and dropping in the Yankton area. It is uncharacteristically cold for how it's been as of late.
Yeah, we're getting some early October, maybe some April weather here in July. And, and that's something, I think these players will be okay with that. We've seen that the last couple times they've been out here where it's been 100-degree weather. And if they would have played this weekend, it would have been the same, by the way. But I think they're pretty okay with where it's at right now.
I don't think anyone's complaining about mid-70s, but definitely is a difference there, as the first pitch of this at-bat to Sam Goki is a strike from Eisenbeis. First time he's found the zone today. Reichen takes off for second. Throw down, not going to be there in time. Beck Reichen steals second base. And that's something that, Yankton likes to be aggressive on the base paths. We haven't seen it much the last couple games. Only 2 steals, I believe, over the last 4 games for Yankton. So steal of a base there for Beck Reichen.
Nice job there. That's how you avoid the double play. And I know it's Sam Goki at the plate, but could you see that puts the bunt in play here? We'll see if Yankton goes for it. I doubt they do. Like I said, with Goki at the plate, as he sends this one out to center.
Says, watch this. Loops it out to center field. Aviles works his way underneath of it. Reichen tagging from second base. He'll no throw to third. Excuse me. Reichen slides in safely. So a walk, a stolen base, and now I guess a sacrifice moves him from second to third, moving the runner around here for Yankton.
Yeah, effectively does the same thing as a bunt, right? You can do that with no outs on the board. Now all of a sudden, just like this, all Easton Feaser probably has to do is put it into play, whether it's on the ground or out in the outfield. Obviously, going to have a chance here to score a run as the infield's kind of creeping in.
And the first pitch to Feaser, he takes it for ball one. Not disappointed because of the reason I missed last week's game, Josh, but I was disappointed to miss Easton Feaser's home run. From the way you described it and what I saw on KYN TV watching it back, beautiful swing from him as per the rules with Easton Feaser.
Yes, that one's inside, and there wasn't really a ton of air on it. It just got out fast. Like, it almost felt like a line driver. I was like, is that going to hit the top of the fence? And it went over and was able to get a hold of it and pull it out to right field.
Here's the 2-0 home from Eisenbeis. There's strike one to Feaser, so a 2-1 count, and Eisenbeis has this looping breaking ball, Josh, that you really have to be patient with. If it doesn't have the bite you think it's going to have, it's going to sneak into the zone late.
And you got to be careful with pitchers like this. This is a guy that maybe won't necessarily get a ton of strikeout stuff. If Feaser's going to have a base hit, that'll score a run for post 12.
Yeah, opposite field into left center. Feaser rounds first, heading to second. An RBI double for Easton Feaser. That's how we get things rolling here on KYNT and KYN TV. Your Vision Care Associates replay. We can watch him round first and head to second base. Just good piece of hitting there, as usual, from Easton Feaser. A good RBI double to put post 12 on the board.
Yeah, that's not one that's going to highlight or light up the old exit velo stat, but just able to put it into play, get it out in between the gap there for an RBI double.
And that one goes right off the meat of the thigh of Simon Kampschoff. That was, you heard that thud up here, and he's very nonchalantly walking down to first base. But that's going to put two runners on now for Yankton. And Simon Kampschoff, we can't even talk about him before he gets on first base. Gavin Johnson, the catcher, he's dealt with some nagging injuries here through the mid and late parts of the season, Josh. It's good to see him out there for post 12.
Yeah, once again, just being able to get on base. It's good to see him back here now with a chance to do some damage here with two runners on.
It's a little underneath that one, pushes it behind the plate for strike one on the foul tip. Eisenbeis has one out in the inning. It's a fly ball to center field, gloved by Aviles from Samuel Goki. Eisenbeis checks the lead runner at second, now fires home. This one popped up center field. Aviles might be called into action again. He'll glove it for out number two. Feaser starts to take off. He'll hustle back to the bag. Out number two on a fly ball to center field, and that brings up the center fielder for Yankton in the form of Tate Bestie, our key player of the game heading into today's matchup.
And once again, up here with a chance to bring in a run or two. If he can get a hit, obviously runners going on contact here with two outs. But, yeah, you know, playing well this Legion season, both the glove and the bat, and really kind of improved for where things are at in the high school season. Looking at his numbers, hitting .310 this Legion season as he takes the ball to start.
So 1-0 count here from Eisenbeis to Bestie. Eisenbeis takes his time, now fires home the 1-0, outside for a ball this time. 2-0 count to Bestie. Alluded to it earlier, but obviously I was gone last week for the regular season finale against Renner, Josh, and I was out west in Spearfish celebrating a wedding of two of my best friends. So congratulations to now the Kluges, Paxton and Morgan. There's a strike in there from Eisenbeis, making a 2-1 count now.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, it's one of those where it doesn't feel like you can really necessarily be able to put a lot on that, and that's one of the benefits of Eisenbeis being out there, where when he gives up contact, so far it's been soft. Even, as I say, that Bestie kind of gives that one a drive, but it should be caught out there, and it is in center field.
3 opportunities, 3 outs out in center field for Aviles, but Yankton does put one across, an RBI double from Easton Feaser. 2 runners get stranded on base. Post 12 leads 1-0 on your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard. We're back in 1 minute with the top of the second inning after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
Have a craving for wings or delicious burgers or pivo fries? Come sink your teeth into the mouth-watering burgers and wings at Checkers Sports Bar and Grill in Yankton. With a menu that's flavor frenzy, there's something for every fan. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head down to Checkers. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Need custom clothing for your team, fundraiser, business, or event? Let JJ Benji's make it easy. Forget about taking orders, collecting money, and handing out shirts yourself. JJ Benji's handles everything for you. They create a custom online store with the merchandise you want to offer. Items are ordered and paid for online, and JJ Benji's ships the items directly to them. All you have to do is share the link or QR code. That's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton to learn more about it.
It is Duttenhofer post Hoffman, your 3-batter minimum due up for Aberdeen post 24. This opening game of a potential 3-game series between Yankton and Aberdeen, with the winner going to Rapid City next week, playing at Fitzgerald Stadium. It's definitely Fitzgerald.
Some people are calling it the Fitz.
It's a very nice, cathedral of baseball out there for Rapid City Post 22 as the host this year.
Yeah, and Beck, now working with a little bit of a lead here, was able to get on base and eventually came around to score, and now's a chance to keep that lead. Struggled to find the zone early last inning, as he does right there as well for a ball, but had a nice double play ball and a grounder over to second to really kind of get out of any early trouble.
It's a quick 1-0 count here after that opening pitch was outside. A little more velo on that one from Reichen, but same result as the first pitch. Quick 2-0 count here to Michael Duttenhofer. Jackson Post on deck, Levi Hoffman in the hole. Duttenhofer playing first base and sends this one into left center field, high and deep. It is going to be over the head of Tate Bestie. Rounds off the fence. Duttenhofer's got a lead-off double to put a runner in scoring position for Aberdeen.
Yeah, and Bestie laboring out there a while. You could see the batter just being able to sit on that one. Noticing Reichen struggling with the zone. Kind of expecting maybe a fastball, something like that, to try to get over the plate. And just like that, was able to give it a ride out to center field.
That one was just off from where the scoreboard is out in left center. So that was a long shot, almost to the deepest part of the ballpark for Duttenhofer. It's going to bring a scoring opportunity for Jackson Post, or an RBI opportunity for Post as he steps into the right-handed batter's box. Shortstop takes ball one from Reichen.
And he's just starting with command now, right? That's another ball there. Only thrown 3 strikes so far. Out of his 14 pitches, make another one there on his 14th. So just 4 strikes so far, but gets one back right there.
It's a 1-1 count now as he got Post to swing out of his shoes on that one. If he made contact, that one would have got a ride into it. The 1-1 breaks too much outside for ball 2. Two-1 count from Reichen. Taking a little more time between this pitch. 2-1, swung on and missed for strike 2. Works the count back 2-2.
And needs to find a way to get an out without advancing the runner, right? Whether that's a strikeout, maybe a ground ball on the left side towards third base, something like that. Got to be able to freeze that runner here.
Reichen comes set for the 2-2 home. Yankton leads 1-0, and it is a punch-out for Beck Reichen. His first strikeout of the ball game. Puts 1 down here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, nice piece of pitching there, being able to battle back after giving up the hit and get a strikeout there. Now, once again, that's a big changer there, where if you can get an out here, that takes away any kind of sacrifice opportunity for Aberdeen.
Reichen comes set for the first pitch of this at-bat. Finds the outer part of the zone for strike 1. This is the catcher, Levi Hoffman, at the plate now. Branson Peterson on deck with Drake Soderlund in the hole.
And once again, just find a way, start throwing those strikes. Maybe you start picking up some momentum. You see it there. So Reichen firing for a first pitch strike, and now up 0-2 with the foul ball.
Yeah, just underneath that one there. After a loud leadoff double, Josh, a strikeout, and then potentially looking down the barrel of another out. Got to make Beck Reichen, has to make Beck Reichen feel good on the mound. Here's the 0-2. Half swing, didn't go around, blocked behind the plate by Johnson. So batter stays in the batter's box, runner stays at second base. Count now moves to 1-2.
Once again, feeling just a little bit more command there from Riken. Is that one obviously just trying to get the batter to chase.
Here's the 1-2. This one in a shallow center field. Bestie ranges underneath of it. He will glove it for the out and not deep enough to advance the runner from second to third. So runner stays at second base, 2 down in the inning. A P8 officially in the scoreboard.
Yeah, and just a nice couple sequences of pitching here from Beck Riken. Like I said, you give up that double, and then you get a strikeout and then a short pop fly out to center, neither of which able to advance that runner from second base after starting with the leadoff double.
So now Branson Peterson at the plate, and Peterson immediately calling Bestie into action again. No, it's going to be shallow right center field. The way Bestie was running in at that one, I thought it was going more towards him, but it's actually Simon Kampshoff who gloves it for out number 3. The leadoff double threat does not come to pass for Aberdeen. Still 1-0, Yankton leads. They look to add to that when we come back in 60 seconds. It's 1-0 on your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard. We're back in 1 minute from Riverside Field.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Yankton leads 1-0 heading into the bottom of inning number 2. Bennett Eisenby is into his second inning of work on the mound. Did give up a run in the first, but was able to strand a couple runners on the base paths to get out of the inning.
Yeah, once again, just recovering well there after giving up something lead off here to start each of the first 2 innings. Just able to get some outs and not really giving the runners a chance to advance.
See what this inning has in store as Brennan Gilmore will lead things off, the right fielder. It's 7, 8, 9 due up in the Yankton lineup. Gilmore at the plate now, Kudera on deck, and Boomsma in the hole, trying to roll this over to the top of the lineup with some runners on for Yankton.
And a productive lineup here for Yankton, especially in the bottom third, that have been really good in Legion season. Brendan Gilmore, one of the guys leading the charge in that as he takes a breaking ball down the middle there.
Yeah, I think he thought that one had more break on it than it ended up doing, but great pitch from Eisenby to get ahead in the count. Here's the 0-1. That one fouled off, and that one might have had more break than he thought out of the hand. So Eisenby switching things up really well here. So he's now ahead in the count 0-2.
Yeah, and sometimes some of those slower pitches can be difficult because you're like the kid in the Sandlot, the Hambino. You see the eyes light up when you see that coming in, and sometimes those can be a little bit more difficult to hit. As speaking of getting hit, Brendan Gilmore gets plunked by a pitch and he's heading to first base. But sometimes those can be a little bit more difficult to see and hit because it can change your swing if something's a little bit more off like that.
Is a breaking ball heavy repertoire so far for Eisenby, and we have seen 2 runners get on via the hit by pitch. Simon Kampshoff in the first inning was stranded at first base. Eisenby is hoping to do the same to Brennan Gilmore here as Jackson Kudera to the plate. Eisenby's throw over to first. They got Gilmore running. He's actually going to take second base. We're going to look at that again. Your Vision Care Associates replay, Josh, as Eisenby with a great pickoff move. Gilmore was going at the first movement from the pitcher.
And looking at that there, Brayden, that's one of the things about a lefty being on the mound that maybe Yankton's not as used to. It can be tougher there. They have the advantage on some of those pickoff moves, already leaning to that side as Eisenby throws a ball high there to Kudera. But, yeah, it's one of those things that can be a real problem. Gilmore kind of caught a break there and was on kind of on his horses to get to second base.
All's well that ends okay, as they say, as Gilmore leads off at second base, and Kudera lays down a bunt to try to move him to third. Eisenby double clutches on the throw to first. Still gets there in time. Kudera almost beat that one out on the first base line, but it does the job intended as Brennan Gilmore 90 feet away from home plate.
Yeah, way to do a job there. Good bunt by Kudera. Forces Eisenbeis to make a throw. And credit to him, did double clutch it, but I think he just wanted to make sure that ball gets there. Because how many times have we seen Yankton in a bunt situation have that happen where a ball gets sailed over first base and all of a sudden a sack bunt to get a guy to third turns into a run. So credit there to the pitcher to be able to get that back. Is now Boomsma at the plate, maybe looking to bunt there. And why not, of course, with his speed. But interesting there is he was thinking about laying it down.
He could put one in the gap, but honestly, he doesn't need to with how fast he can get moving. Here's the 1-0 to him. Outside for a ball, make it 2-0 count to Carter Boomsma. Top of the order on deck with Beck Reich and Sam Goki in the hole.
And obviously, you don't want to put Boomsma on first base with a walk here. Odds are he won't be at first long if you put him on, so got to be careful here as that one sails for a ball as well.
In danger of doing just that, as you said, a 3-0 count now for Eisenbeis to Boomsma. This is the bottom of inning number 2 here at Riverside Field. Yankton leads 1-0. It's the opening game of a 3-game series between these two teams. Here's the 3-0. Outside for a ball, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Carter Boomsma on first, and I'm going to keep it at the wide cam for a little bit. Carter Boomsma's going to take off. It'll be a matter of if Aberdeen can catch him.
Yeah, now something's going on here. Now Boomsma's running across the third. Obviously some kind of conversation here. I wonder what they're saying here. A lot of times Yankton, what they'll try to do is they'll send the runner to second from first and try to catch you off guard on that and send the runner home. I wonder if that's the conversation that's happening here.
And I wonder if that's why the mound visit was called as well for Aberdeen. They know that that's something Yankton likes to do is if he takes off for second, just don't throw to second. We're not giving up a run. Carter Boomsma was a tough guy to catch. We'll see if all this hypothetical that we're talking about up here is wrong and they actually have a plan in place for what Yankton's going to try to do here. But we have seen teams before where when Yankton runs that, they try to send the guy to second and then send the guy home from third. The second baseman, instead of waiting at second, will almost cut off the throw and fire it back to home, try to catch it in between there. So we'll see. There's a lot of a chess to be played here between these two teams. Like I said, though, I'm going to keep it at the wide cam because I just got that feeling something's going to happen on the base paths here with Boomsma on first and both teams taking time to talk it over. Here's Eisenbeis. He'll fire home. Boomsma takes off. Throw down to second base. Cut off by the shortstop, and Brennan Gilmore stays at third. Stolen base there for Carter Boomsma. Another one on his season tally. And now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 2. And, Josh, that takes away the ending inning double play ball as well.
Yeah, not only does that, but a hit probably scores both runners with both of them in scoring position. And Boomsma's speed at second as Reichen lays down a long bunt. That's going to go foul down the first base line. Interesting there. You don't see a bunt with 1 out with runners on second and third too often.
He was definitely trying to push that one down first base, give his guys time to get to their next bases. As every run matters when you're in the postseason, Josh. And this is a big game, game number 1 of a best-of-3 series. Here's the 1-1 home. Reichen slaps it right side of the infield. Basically the same effect as the bunt. Bobbled by the first baseman, still able to get the out. Great recovery at first by Duttenhofer, but does the job for Beck Reichen. It's an RBI on the ground out.
Yeah, and we've seen some real unselfish play from Yankton this inning. We saw a sacrifice bunt from Cooter earlier, and then Reichen just slapping that one into play on that side of the field, most importantly, to give him a chance and score a run. Hold on here. Now
Did I see something wrong?
No, I
Beck Reichen's at first.
I'm with you here. That is not the call, and so I guess in that sense, Yankton gets the run and gets to keep an out.
I wonder if, because the first baseman stepped on the safety bag, is that not technically part of the bag for the fielders?
That might be the case there. Now runner goes here for Yankton and well safe on that at that.
That was cut off again by the shortstop. So sorry for a confusion up here in the booth. Beck Reichen was safe at first. Put my foot in my mouth here in the second inning. 2 runners in scoring position now for Yankton post 12. They lead 2-0. And Sam Goki with a chance to do some more damage. Sends this one out to center field. Second time he's done that today. It's gloved again by Aviles out in center field. Both runners tagging, 1 run scoring. So is that another sacrifice there technically for Sam Goki? He moved the runner from second to third in the first inning, and he brings a run home there with another fly out to center field.
And how big is that spot we just saw with the play with Reichen at first base? If that's a pop out with an out there, that doesn't happen. So an incredible sequence there that went in Yankton's favor and led to a run.
During our next break, I'm going to go back in the KYN TV archives, meaning I'm going to pull up the video feed on my phone from YouTube and take a look back at that one to see if I can see what happened there. But
yeah, now how about Easton Fieser at the plate, though, Brayden? He had an RBI double last inning, and looking to add his total right now, and it looks like that's going to get down for a hit as well, and another RBI.
That one sounded like it came off the end of the bat, but still able just to muscle it over the shortstop and drop it into left field. Easton Fieser, despite being a lefty, tends to push things to left field quite often, and we've seen him do it twice now today. A single, a double, and a couple runs driven in.
And Yankton's offense off to a good start here, putting 4 runs across the plate in the first 2 innings. Obviously looking for more here, but sitting in a good spot early in this game.
Simon Kamshoff at the plate now. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Throw over to first, not in time. Keeping Fieser close to the bag over at first base is Eisenbeis. Yankton now leads 4-0, putting up 3 so far here in the bottom of the second. Throw over to first again, not in time.
Yeah, and locked in on Fieser over there at first. Just trying to find a way to get out of this inning, right? Giving up a few runs here and just looking for a way to get that last out.
First pitch of the at-bat to Kamshoff. Misses outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 count to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis with the 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 count now to Simon Kamshoff. I'll tell you, Simon Kamshoff's been very impressive here late in the season, throughout basically the entire Legion season in his sophomore to junior year campaign. This one popped up, though, in the infield. Shortstop getting underneath of it. That's post, and he will end the second inning. But not before 3 Yankton runners come across home plate. Post 12 now leads 4-0 after 2. We head to the top of the third in a 4-run ball game. This inning break courtesy of Avera. We're back in 1 minute from Riverside Field.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own, but with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury,
Check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
we offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back. Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. Reviewing the footage on KYN TV, Josh. I still don't know what happened on the Beck Reichen thing, and I'm just gonna leave it there, to be honest.
Yeah, and look, and it led directly to a Yankton run there in that situation. Once again, that was with just one out and called safe. The next play, Sam Goki hits a sac fly for a run there, and so Yankton benefiting from that early.
We'll put it this way: I'm not a trained umpire. I don't know the rules to that extent of a trained umpire, right? And whatever the umpire said to the first baseman, there was no protest about the play from first base. So whatever the umpire said, players on the field agreed with it, and we kept playing baseball. So we're going to do up here in the booth as well. But it's a quick 2-0 count, as Reichen falling behind here in the top of the third. We've seen him start basically both of the first 2 innings so far in these batter-friendly counts, as it's now a 3-0 count to Drake Soderlund, the third baseman, batting 8th in the Aberdeen lineup. Taking all the way, and he'll take ball 4. And for the second time today, Josh, Beck Reichen starts things off with a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, like you said, that's happened twice now. Struggling with the command a little bit. Kind of thought he had gotten through it last inning, but sometimes that can just recur throughout a game. But Riken done a good job so far of, after giving up that lead runner, which he's done each of the first 3 innings, of getting out of it, whether it's a double play ball or a strikeout last inning, which kind of started things off there for him. But yeah, finding a way to get through it after giving up those leadoff runners so far.
This is Bennett Eisenby is at the plate, so a pitcher-pitcher matchup, and Beck Riken wins the first pitch. He's ahead in the count 0-1. Eisenby's chopper right side of the infield. Kampshoff to Kudera over to first, not in time. Eisenby is able to beat out the 4-6-3 double play attempt, but they do get the lead runner at second, so it's a 4-6 fielder's choice, putting Eisenby's on first.
Once again, like you said, getting that lead runner there. I thought Kudera made a pretty good throw from short to first on time, or on the spot, just not in time there to get the double play.
Riken working out of the stretch again here. This is Jael Avilas.
Yeah, who reached on a 4-pitch walk his first time up, and
won't do the same here as he fouls off strike 1.
You know, and just looking to make something though happen for Aberdeen. Obviously, you get in this early hole down 4-0. Not do or die quite yet. You know, that could be the situation tomorrow, depending on what happens the rest of the way. But trying to get back into this one.
Another double play opportunity. 6-4-3. That'll do it. Kudera, Kampshoff, Fieser. That ends the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Yankton leads 4-0. We're back in 1 minute from Riverside Field after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
Do you struggle with dry contacts? At Vision Care Associates, we have a great option. Infused contact lenses by Bosch & Lomb. Infused lenses are designed to ensure that your eyes stay hydrated and irritation-free, even after a full day of wear. Our doctors specialize in fitting these lenses for maximum comfort and optimal vision. Schedule your consultation and experience the all-day comfort and crisp, clear vision you deserve.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
At H&H Roofing, we don't just fix roofs, we protect families. We're family-owned, locally operated, and dedicated to keeping our community safe and dry. Every nail, every shingle, every handshake, it all matters to us. From repairs to full roof replacements, we treat every home like it's our own. Because when your home is secure, we feel secure. For honest work and dependable results, trust the local team that cares. Call H&H Roofing in Yankton today. We've got you covered.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It is 4-0 here in the bottom of inning number 3. Yankton on top of Aberdeen in the opening game of a best-of-3 series here in Class A, with the winner advancing to next week's state tournament out in Rapid City. It will be Gavin Johnson leading off the bottom of the third here. He will be followed to the plate by Tate Bestie and Brennan Gilmore as your 3-batter minimum. Eisenby is on the mound for his third inning of work and got into a little bit of trouble last half inning, Josh, but the way his breaking ball moves at times, it has given some batters fits out there.
Yeah, it has on a couple things, couple soft hit or soft contact plays throughout this game. But Yankton's doing a really good job of playing some unselfish baseball here, doing the little things right. Only 2 hits so far on these 4 runs scored, but, you know, you're seeing some timely bunts, some good running, or some good, a couple nice steals on the base paths as well. Just making the little things right. Then you see some timely sac flies as well. You saw it that last inning from Goki as things continue on here. But just doing the little things right and making things happen and putting some runs on the board.
It's a 1-0 count to lead things off here to Gavin Johnson, the catcher for Yankton Post 12.
Once again, just good to see him back. Missed some action recently, and glad to see him back. Was hit by a pitch his first time up, but working a 2-0 count early here.
He is ahead in the count 2-0, like you said, and Eisenby is trying to find his spot here in the bottom of the third. That one didn't miss by much. It's another ball to Gavin Johnson.
Now, obviously, probably taken all the way here with that 3-0 count. Forced Eisenby to throw a strike.
Here's the 3-0 home. It's a 4-pitch walk to lead things off, and it's kind of been the name of the game so far in the bottom of the third inning. This is now the 6th half inning we've seen, and half the time we've had a leadoff walk.
Yeah, once again, Yankton getting a leadoff man on here. You're going to see Will Sager come in as the courtesy runner for Johnson, the catcher. Now you got to wonder, obviously, you know, will he take off, maybe expect a bunt situation here from Bestie, who's got some wheels as well and can maybe beat something out. We'll see how Yankton chooses to play this here in this spot.
Eisenbach, the lefty, coming set on the mound. What's going on over there?
I got oh boy,
same thing as we saw earlier with Brennan Gilmore, and the same result. Eisenbach has had a couple of great pickoff moves where Yankton is going on motion, but both times Gilmore and now Sager have been able to beat it to second base.
Yeah, that's happened twice now. And once again, a lefty being on the mound, that's different. It's harder to get back to the bag. They have the advantage with already being leaning over to that side, and we've seen that happen twice now. Yankton's kind of avoided disaster both times, and just like that, a runner in scoring position as best he's going to lay one down.
And Eisenbach can't get it up into his left hand as he was trying to scoop it barehanded over to first. And Bestie beats it out down the first base line. Runners at the corners now for Yankton. Once again, unselfish baseball, and when you force the defense to make plays, sometimes mistakes like that happen.
Yeah, and once again, Yankton just puts the pressure on you with those type of things. And just like that, runners on the corners, I would expect maybe Bestie can go. He's got some speed. Could see him steal and try to get two in scoring position here.
Eisenbach comes set on the mound. Eisenbach fires home, low for a ball. 1-0 count here to Brennan Gilmore.
And they're so patient at the plate, too. Force you to throw strikes. You don't see Yankton chase a lot of pitches. Gilmore, another example of that right there, taking that one in the dirt.
Bestie takes off for second, throw down to second base. Not in time. Bestie is safe at second. So now two runners in scoring position with nobody out for Brennan Gilmore. He's also ahead in the count 2-0.
And once again, you talk about Yankton just does a great job of putting the pressure on you. They're going to steal bases. We talked about it coming into today. Still at an 87.3% success rate this season. Only been caught on the base paths 8 times this season. They like to steal bases as Gilmore's trying to lay one down.
And that one angled too far foul for Gilmore there.
You know, that's the second time we've seen that too, Brayden, where Yankton's got runners on second and third, and they decide, hey, let's try to lay one down, see if we can catch him off guard and maybe overthink some things. But that one goes foul as well, just as it did for Reichen last inning.
That's going to make the third baseman creep up a little bit here as well, Josh, playing more on the infield grass. Oh, the grass-colored turf here in the infield. Here's the 2-1 inside for a ball, make it a 3-1 count now. And, you know, the World Cup just wrapped up, Josh, and all these massive NFL stadiums that served as hosts of World Cup games and playing on a natural grass surface for a lot of it, that has sparked a lot of debate of athletes online of wanting to get rid of some of the turf at the professional level. Ground ball to the shortstop, throw home, play at the plate, not in time. Safe is Will Sager. We'll take a look at that one again in your Vision Care Associates replay, but another run for Yankton. They lead 5-0.
And you're going to see on that replay there, the left hand just got in, at least from my point of view here, just got in, and credit to Sager for hustling there. But yeah, that was close, and credit there once again for being able to get across there safely and add another run.
Slowed that all the way down in your Vision Care Associates replay, and the eagle eye of Josh Boelter just getting in there with the left hand. Kudera swings away on this one, flies it out to right field. Calls a 4 from the Aberdeen dugout. Play at the plate again on the sac fly. RBI. Another run scores for Yankton. And Gilmore tags at first and heads to second as well on the play. Now 6-0. Yankton leads here in the bottom of the third.
And once again, we talk about a base running, bunting, and sacrifice plays like that. Yankton still only has 2 hits on 6 runs. They've just done a really good job of being able to advance runners, whether that's stealing a bag, once again, bunting, or just putting some in the outfield and giving their guys a chance.
Showing bunt here is Carter Boomsma. Eisenbach is up with it over to first base just in time. It would have beat Boomsma to the bag, but it advances Gilmore to third. Now 2 outs in the inning, and Josh, we're back to the top of the lineup for Yankton in the form of Beck Reichen.
Yeah, and credit to Eisenbach there, Brayden. If you're beating a throw on Carter Boomsma, you're beating just about anybody in the state, right? We know he's got wheels, and now gives Reichen a chance here with 2 outs to, if he can get something down and in play, chance to score a run here as that one's inside.
Pitch gets away from the catcher as well, so Gilmore is going to come home and score. Clears the base paths here for Beck Reichen, and now 7-0 Yankton leads. But going back to Carter Boomsma, you know, just thinking about some other guys around the state, the only guy around the state that matches Carter Boomsma in game speed. When we've got the pleasure to watch is that Scheffelbein out in Pier.
Yeah.
Hear a lot about him from our good friend John Winkler. He's a great ball player out there for them, and obviously a track speed from Carter Scheffelbein too. And they're both Carters, so maybe that's the key. Name your kid Carter; they'll be fast.
And be in South Dakota, they will be Lightning McQueen fast. And we've seen what both those guys can do, in the fall and in the summer season with their wheels, both playing wide receiver for their respective teams in the fall this last season. So yeah, both guys can really move.
That's my one John Winkler reference of the broadcast.
It's been several now. You talked about him earlier with the Pier Watertown game.
Well, I have a couple broadcasts to make up for. Reichen flies this out to right field, down the right field line, but gloved for out number 3. More damage done for Yankton here in the bottom of the third. They now lead 7-0 after 3 runners come across home plate. We're back in the top of the fourth with Aberdeen at bat. This is Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYNTV. Back in 1 minute after this inning break from Avera.
The Sureco exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any Sureco electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes, or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized Sureco distributor or find us at sureco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sureco.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. Aberdeen trying to climb out of a hole here in the top of the fourth inning. They trail 7-0. Yankton, those 7 runs coming on just 3 hits as a team. And it hasn't been mistakes on the field either. Aberdeen's only credited with 1 error. So it's been a couple free base runners, but then a lot of great base running from Yankton.
Yeah, some timely things. You talk about some bunt situations as well as different plays with some sack flies, as well as you look at Beck Reichen, who's on the mound right now. He was just able to slap one into plays. That one is going to get down for a base hit. Make that each of the first 4 innings, Brayden. Aberdeen has reached safely to start the inning.
We've seen a 4-pitch walk, leadoff double, 4-pitch walk, and now a leadoff single. This one belongs to Carson Borge, and that's going to bring Joe Cogley to the plate, the second baseman.
Now the problem for Aberdeen is, finding a way to continue past this and build something here. They've given up 2 double play balls here in the first couple innings. That's kind of killed some innings, as well as some things where you get a pop-up out towards second base as well, and really just kind of halted runners right where they're at.
And with those double play balls, I know we're not playing horseshoes, Josh, but Yankton was close on another one as well, as this one is popped up right side of the infield and gloved by Easton Fieser. Heads up over there at first base for Borge as well, able to hustle back to the bag, as that one could have been a dangerous situation if he was caught flat-footed.
And that's what I was kind of talking about. Reichen's done a really good job today, even though he's given up a leadoff runner to start each inning. He's not really giving Aberdeen anything past that. That's another one of those plays where you can't really advance a runner off an infield fly, obviously. So Reichen doing a good job of responding immediately after giving up things to start the inning.
Time on the field is Duttenhofer at the plate. Fouled that one off of his right hip from the looks of it up here. Duttenhofer, the first baseman for Post 24 out of Aberdeen. Reichen fires home the 0-1. Chopper left side of the infield. Goki up with it. No play at second. Goes across the diamond in time. So runner does advance to second base, but now 2 down in the inning on the 5-3 putout.
Yeah, and credit to Goki there. That one was a little bit too high of a chop. Just really only had the play at first there and did a good job of getting that second out. And now, Reichen, all you really have to do is worry about that guy at the plate and trying to get this third out.
First pitch misses the zone for a ball. It's a 1-0 count here to the shortstop in Jackson Post. If Post is able to get on, it's Levi Hoffman in the on-deck circle. The catcher already got his leg guards on just in case he needs to suit up quickly for the bottom half of this inning. And Post fouls that one off over our heads and out of play.
Now, that would be something that would drive me nuts as a catcher. If you have to sit in the on-deck circle and then you get up and you got to take all the gear off and all that and go up with 2 outs. But obviously right now Aberdeen just focused on trying to get something across here with a runner in scoring position here, down 7. Once again, not do or die tonight, but, you know, if you lose tonight, once again, you're behind that 8 ball going into tomorrow, having to win both games of that doubleheader if you can manage to steal those in this best 2 out of 3.
Reichen set for the 1-2 after that strike on his last pitch. This one fouled off again from Post, so we'll do it again in the 1-2 count. I haven't heard anything collapse as of late here at Riverside Field, so I assume they're done with the construction tonight. For those of you who've never been to Riverside Field before, if you're listening from Aberdeen, there's some grain bins right here next to the field that are getting torn down right now. And I don't know why. I'm not going to ask too many questions.
They decided to take a break just for you and the listeners.
We do appreciate it here. I'd love if they turned one of those into another parking lot. But
wouldn't complain.
I digress.
Although I know a lot of people kind of park in that dirt kind of area right back there, the dirt gravel area.
Let's pave it anyway. People park there as is.
Let's do it. And maybe that's what will happen. I don't know.
Here's the 2-2 now coming shortly from Reichen as that last pitch misses for a ball to Post.
As I see, when anything gets torn down, I would never complain if they put in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
You just have to be here. Outside for a ball, 3-2 count. Jackson Post, the shortstop, works the count back full. 2 down in the inning. Reichen shakes off the first couple signs from Johnson, now comes set on the mound. This one, left side of the infield, Goki up with it in time. One hops over to first. Good stretch by Fieser for out number 3. A couple 5-3 putouts keep the scoreboard clean for Beck Reichen and Yankton Post 12. They lead 7-0 heading to the bottom of inning number 4. We're back in 1 minute from Riverside Field after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
Feeling drained isn't always about sleep or motivation. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. When your body is stiff, tense, or moving poorly, everyday tasks can take more effort than they should. When spinal joints aren't moving well, other areas often compensate. Regular chiropractic care helps improve mobility and reduce tension patterns that keep your body on high alert. Start feeling better with a call to First Chiropractic Centers with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
Change can be exciting, especially when the people you trust are still taking care of you. Larry's Heating and Cooling is now Larry's Plumbing Heating and Cooling, but you'll still see the same familiar faces, receive the same dependable service, and count on the same experienced team that's been serving families in the Yankton area for years. And the good news? Well, we've added plumbing. Our skilled plumbers are ready to help with scheduled appointment times, not just a time window. Larry's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Yankton, Vermilion, and the surrounding area.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, they believe you should understand your dental health, not just receive it. They'll show you your x-rays and photos, explain the why behind any treatment, and make sure you feel confident about your care. And if you have dental insurance, it's a good time to use it. New patient exams and x-rays are often covered at 100%. Learn more at elwoodfamilydentalcare.com, where they take care of the entire family.
Sam Goki to lead things off here in the bottom of inning number 4 for Yankton Post 12. Goki hasn't been on the base paths today, but he has been he has had an effect on this game, Josh. He has his fly ball in the first inning advanced the runner from second to third. That runner eventually came around to score, and then a sac fly in his last at bat. So even though he's hitless in the stat sheet, he has had an effect on this one.
And that's what I've really talked about the last couple innings. I mean, he's kind of been one of the poster boys for that today. Takes the ball outside there, but just unselfish play, putting the ball in play and giving runners a chance, advancing them. And obviously the sac fly last inning in that 3-run inning is Yankton sitting with a comfortable 7-0 lead right now.
The 1-1 sent down the left field line. This one is back at the wall and off the fence. Almost a home run for Sam Goki. And I think the left fielder in Borge was kind of just accepting that one being gone. Just ticks the top of the fence.
Yeah, and I thought so. Like you said, Boards just kind of had to keep tracking back there. Goes off the top of that fence, 10 feet out there, so, high out there. And a nice piece of hitting there from Goki. Like we said, he's done a good job of elevating the baseball here today as that one gets over for a hit. And just like that, another runner in scoring position for a guy who's taken advantage of that today, Easton Fieser. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Got 2 RBIs.
That one in there for strike one to Fieser. Lefty-lefty matchup here.
So I've found a glitch in our system.
What's that?
It's still popping up as one ball on the count here. And I do not have anything on there. That's what I got right now. So I'm trying to figure that out. But
the scoreboard display over here does not have a ball, so
it's just on this.
Just
then.
your iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll refresh the page next half inning. There's your on-air tech meeting.
Yeah. My brain did not go refresh. I'm like, what is going on? It's been a long day. I'm filling in on the morning show. I've been up since 4 a.m.
This one sent down the right field line this time. Another pull shot. That one's down the right field line. Fieser turns to second, and Goki coming home as well. Another RBI for Easton Fieser. Another run for Yankton. This time, Sam Goki taps home plate.
Yeah, swinging a hot bat once again. 3 for 3 today. Had the home run last time out against Renner. Just seeing the ball really well, and that one being able to get down right in front of the foul line there in right field.
It's been a long day for you. You got obviously the morning show. We got this. You got the morning show tomorrow.
Do it again.
Your right foot's got a protuberance.
We don't want to talk about the right foot today. I dropped. So for those of you who don't know, well, I guess no one would know as Kamshoff hits that one down the third base line.
And that one is across the diamond in time for the out for Aberdeen. But, sorry for Kamshoff to cut you off there, Josh.
Yeah, I know, that guy, right? Yeah, so long story short, I'm into weightlifting, and today I was chatting with one of our listeners of KYNT at the gym, and then all of a sudden, bam, I dropped a 45-pound plate on my foot. I don't think it's broke because I've been able to move it around and put weight on it, but, yeah, it's a little sore right now.
Johnson sends this one into left field. This one at the warning track, caught by Borge out in left. Another hot shot for Yankton. They've really been pulling things in this fourth inning now as they lead 8-0, but 2 outs. Wait, shouldn't only be 1? No, it is 2. Yeah, Kamshoff was just up. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he interrupted me.
No, contrary to what it might sound like after that comment, big Simon Kamshoff fans.
Oh, yeah. As long as he doesn't interrupt me.
Kid's got a bright future on the diamond. As Bestie, another first pitch swing, sent out into right field. This one in foul territory. It drops in no man's land, so we'll send Easton Fieser back to second base and do it again for Tate Bestie. A lot of first pitch swinging here in the fourth inning, Josh.
And that's what I talked about. When you see some of those slower pitches, your eyes kind of light up, like I said, like the Hambino in the Sandlot, right? But that can be dangerous, as you see there. Sometimes it can just result in the ball going up and then just going straight down into a glove, as we've seen a few times here. Bestie, though, catches a break as that one goes in between 2 defenders.
That one's in there for a strike for Eisenbeis as well, so finds a spot on that one. 1 strike away from getting out of this fourth inning with just 1 run coming across. And the way the first 2 swings of the bat went, it looked like it could have been more. It still might be more. Bestie drops this one into left field. Fieser takes the turn at third. He's heading home. No throw to the plate. An RBI single for Tate Bestie. Yankton now leads 9-0. And Josh, they're really seeing that baseball well.
Yeah, not messing around. You love to see that when when you're in a best of 3 series here, be able to come out, see the ball well, and put some runs on the board. It's really nice to see here for a Yankton team that's looking to advance, obviously, to the Legion tournament next week in Rapid.
Throw it to first base, not in time to get Tate Bestie. We've talked about it a couple times already, Josh, where Yankton's just going at first motion, and they've been able to beat it both times, but you can't keep taking that risk as Bestie takes off for second base. Strike called. Bestie slides in safely at second. Brennan Gilmore now down to the count 0-1, but a runner in scoring position, and Josh, a potentially crucial 10th run of the game at second base as well for Tate Bestie could really change how both teams approach the top of the fifth.
Yeah, Gilmore once again swinging a hot bat as he's going to put this one foul, go down 0-2 in the count. But, yeah, we'll see what he can do here with a chance, obviously, to get that 10th run here to potentially have a chance to close out the game next inning. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, once again, Yankton just finding a way to put runs on the board. They put something on the board at least, or in every single inning so far, as Gilmore's going to hit that one over to third.
Up with it in time over to first for out number 3. So one runner gets stranded on the base paths, but 2 more come across home plate, and Yankton now leads this one 9-0 heading into the top of inning number 5th. That's 9-0 in your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. We're back in 1 minute with the top of the 5th here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Does your insurance agent know you by name? Do you see them at the school pickup or around town? Home and auto insurance is more than just premiums and deductibles. It's about having someone who truly understands you and your family. We take the time to get to know your life, your needs, and what matters most, so you have the right coverage when it counts. Call me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates in Yankton today for insurance you can trust from someone who's truly local.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but not sure where to start? I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With 20 years of experience and a passion for finding the perfect match, I'll work hard for you, answer all your questions along the way, and make it stress-free. Call me at 605-664-5555, and let's get moving.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYN-TV. Levi Hoffman will lead things off this half inning for Aberdeen, post 24. Branson Peterson on deck. Drake Soderlund in the hole as your 3-batter minimum. Yankton leads 9-0 here on KYNT and KYN-TV.
Once again, Beck Reichen just finding his way out of innings here, as he's given up a leadoff runner each inning so far, but just managed to get his way out of it, whether that's, a timely strikeout or perhaps, like we said, a double play ball. He's got 2 of those so far, or a pop-up in the infield.
Been able to work out of any situation he's been put in, and give a lot of credit to the defense behind him as well. We talked about those double play balls at the middle infield has turned, Kampshoff and Kudera. Sam Goki's made some great plays at third base, and we haven't seen the outfield called into action much tonight, but I think all 3 of them have made a put out. I think the only time they wouldn't is left field. I don't think Booms was called into action, but there's a punch out from Beck Reichen to lead things off. And Josh, the first half inning where Beck Reichen isn't staring at a runner on first base after the opening at bat.
Yeah, gets the punch out there, just his second of the day, but once again working well and just moving right along, which is big once again for Yankton. He obviously working the lead here. You don't want to have to go to your pen today. That way you have all arms available tomorrow for sure. As once again, could play as many as 2 games tomorrow, pending on what happens. But
when these 2 teams met in the regular season, as that one misses low and away for ball 2, Beck Reichen threw a complete game number 1, and then in game number 2, it was the combination of Boston Frick and Chase Cooley that got the win. So we'll see if they go that route tomorrow morning, or if we see maybe a Sam Goki, part of that 4-headed monster at the top of the rotation for Yankton as well. But we'll see which one Yankton goes with.
And if it's anything like the Legions or the high school season, Yankton went with Beck Reichen in game 1 against Sturgis in that regional, and then in game 2 the next day went straight to Sam Goki. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see that tomorrow, which obviously we'll have a chance to catch up with Coach Lawrence after the game, but I think it's a very real chance you see Goki, as that one's grounded back up towards the pitcher.
Yeah, it was in the field of play, but went off the foot of the hitter there. This is Branson Peterson at the dish, fouled that one off of himself. Taking a look real quick, there is somebody warming up in the Aberdeen bullpen. Trying to get a number for you here. I believe that is number 13, which would be Jay-Sean Rivera out there warming up in the bullpen.
Maybe looking to make a change here. Obviously not the best stuff from Eisenbeis today, giving up 9 runs, but we'll see maybe if that change can change the fortune here for Aberdeen going into the bottom of the 5th.
You can feel a little hard done maybe for Eisenbeis as well, because mentioned already giving up 9 runs, but Yankton wasn't really able to generate hits until that last half inning. It was more just small ball taking advantage of what they were giving out there on the field. But the last half inning, they were definitely able to start finding that ball a little more, and that's probably why we see Rivera warming up in the pen. Is another lefty from the looks of it warming up out there. Looks like his warm-up is done. But full count now for Beck Reichen to Branson Peterson. Reichen with the payoff pitch. This one's sent down the left field line. Foul. We'll do it again.
Yeah, and a long at-bat here between Peterson and Riken, and Peterson battling up there and just trying to get something going for this Aberdeen offense right now.
Even with basically retiring the term payoff pitch from my repertoire, it still happens, Josh, where we get multiple 3-2
right there.
We get multiple 3-2 counts, and nothing ever is a payoff pitch. We'll do it again. Third chance at a 3-2 count here as Peterson just continues to fight at the plate. And time called for the batter Peterson, so a little bit of mind games as well, potentially.
Yeah, that's just been a long at-bat, reset things, and get back in there.
Here's the 3-2, swung on and missed. Riken finally gets the payoff he was looking for. Second out of the inning on the punch-out, his third of the game.
Yeah, and to this inning, the swing and miss stuff starting to show up for Riken here as he's trying to get out of this inning once again with another 0 on the board.
Sun has started to peek out the last couple innings. Josh, is the first time I've seen the sun today. It's been a very overcast day in the Yankton area. And that sunshine, don't know if it's directly correlated, but it has coincided with the resurgence of maybe what we're used to seeing from Beck Riken after a couple struggles in the first few innings.
And expect more tomorrow. In fact, there's actually a higher percentage chance of rain. So I don't know if that sun will be around tomorrow much anyways either. That being said, don't look at Saturday and Sunday. We're right back into triple digits.
Air conditioners are going to be nice on the weekend. A 3-pitch punch-out for Beck Riken, retiring the side and giving Yankton a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 5th. If Yankton scores 1 run, they will initiate that 10-run rule. So we'll see if Aberdeen can keep fighting here in the bottom of the 5th when we come back in 1 minute. Yankton leads 9-0 on your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard. We're back in 60 seconds after this inning break from Avera.
If it's time to review the look of the signage of your business, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including exterior and interior signage, fleet wraps, digital signs, and much more. They also do logo creation and vehicle wraps. Their technicians arrive on site, fully equipped to get the installation done with quality workmanship. With the latest tools and technology, Mayor Signs provides high-quality installation service for any sign. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
Moody Motors in Nyborough has some fresh new trades to the lot. Just in is a 2016 Ford Fusion that is very nice, a 2021 Bronco Sport Badlands Edition, and a really nice 2020 Chrysler Pacifica van with only 50,000 miles on it. If you're needing a truck, check out this 2023 F350 Crew Cab Lariat Diesel or a 2022 F250 Crew Cab Lariat with the 7.3 gas engine in it. If you want a great vehicle at a great price, stop into Moody Motors in Nyborough.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Jay Sean Rivera, the new man on the mound for Aberdeen. While they give him a little extra time to warm up, I do want to express condolences to the family of Don Belson. For those of you who may know, I work my I guess not day job. What would it be? My freelance gig over in Sioux City. I work with the Sioux City Bandits. And
you have a second job. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
But I work with the Sioux City Bandits over in Sioux City, and their owner Don Belson unfortunately passed away recently. So, knowing him the last couple years and getting to know his daughter Cindy and his grandson Tim, my heart breaks for them. I hope they're doing well, and it's a really good guy that the world lost, unfortunately. But thoughts with them, and it just reminds you to be a great person, kind of thing like that. Anyway, back to baseball. Thanks for letting me get on a side tangent, Josh.
Yeah, you asked me, can I go on a side tangent? I don't care. You're just do you, man. But yeah, obviously.
Can I go? No, say what you actually said, which is, can I go on a side tangent? Dude, Anthony Volpe just had an RBI. We can do anything. Go crazy.
That is true. If that's possible, anything can happen.
Oh, man. Man who gets paid millions of dollars to drive in runs finally drives in a run.
You want to hit 240 with absolutely no pop? Welcome to the Anthony Volpe story.
Down on the field, Jackson Kudera is able to draw a walk in the first at-bat against the new pitcher on the mound in Rivera. And talking about the Yankees, You guys had a pretty good closer named Rivera back in the day. You know?
Yeah, he might have been pretty good. I think, if I remember, the first ever unanimous Hall of Famer, I think, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Just, the greatest closer of all time. As Carter Boomsma shows bunt here, lays it down, left side of the infield. Rivera up with it, fires across the diamond, sails it over the first baseman's head. Kudera rounds to third base. He's going to head all the way home, and I think that's going to do it as well, Josh. Kudera safe at home. A bunt from Carter Boomsma, an error in the field, and that's going to wrap it up. Yankton wins 10-0 here in game number 1 of our opening round playoff series.
Look, an impressive offensive performance. And what other way to end it than with a bunt play, right? Yankton did a good job all night of advancing runners, whether that was bunting, stealing a base, or maybe a sac fly situation. So a great job for Yankton. Set the tone in this 3-game series to come out and just handle business here and take that early 1-0 lead in the series. And then obviously hoping tomorrow to shut things down in just one game tomorrow as well.
We'll see what tomorrow has in store for both these teams. Aberdeen will need to sweep a doubleheader tomorrow if they want to advance to the state tournament. Yankton only needs 1 win over the next 2 games to move on to Rapid City. They'd love to get it done in game 1, but no matter what happens tomorrow, we'll have coverage of all of it here on KYNT and KYN TV. We're going to go to break. When we come, as I fight the hiccups. When we come back, we're going to have your post-game report courtesy of Mason Schramm and the Move Group. Yankton wins 10-0 in 5 innings here over Aberdeen in the opening game of our first-round playoff series, back in 3 minutes from Riverside Field.
Play ball! This is John Marquardt. As an umpire, I know when it's time to step up to the plate and give it your best. And the time for me to step up is now, so I'm running for the District 18 House. I've had extensive experience on the Yankton County Commission, and I will represent the entire district.
In the November 3rd election, vote for John Marquardt, District 18 House of Representatives. Paid for by Friends of John Marquardt.
It's sandal season at Boston Shoes to Boots, and we are fully loaded on new inventory and classic favorites. From popular brands like Birkenstock, Chaco, Keen, Atrex, Dansko, Sorel, and so much more. Find the perfect fit and step into something new this season. Boston Shoes to Boots, open 6 days a week, located in the heart of downtown on Cedar Street. See you soon, shoe lovers.
When a community invests in growth, the results speak for themselves. That's the Thrive Effect. In the past year, Yankton Thrive has helped strengthen our local economy through workforce development, business support, tourism promotion, and community partnerships. Today, we proudly serve more than 475 members, support local businesses, connect employers with talent, and showcase Yankton as a place to live, work, play, and visit. Real partnerships, real progress, real results. See the impact for yourself and learn online at yanktonsd.com.
Car troubles never happen at a convenient time. Whether you find yourself with a flat tire, dead battery, breakdown, or in an accident, call Gary's Towing. They've been helping drivers in the Yankton area for over 50 years with light, medium, and heavy towing. Family owned and operated Gary's Towing is the name you can count on, day or night. Call Gary, Mike, or Mason at 605-665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
Mold is something you don't want in your house.
FloorTech offers free mold inspections.
And if they find the mold, they locate the problem and fix it. FloorTech keeps your home safe and healthy.
If you're worried about mold, call FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration for a free inspection, serving Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech.
I'm Chris, the plant accountant here with Parker of Yankton. So let's do some math. 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, that's 2,080 hours. With our night shift pay differential of $2.35 an hour, that comes out to over $400 extra in your pocket every month. Nearly $5,000 extra dollars a year just for working the same job on a different shift. Same work, same team, just more in your paycheck. Join us and let the math work in your favor. Learn more at parker.com/careers.
Parker, engineering your success.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. all from Core Trust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit coretrustbank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Introducing the all-new Glow Vitality Bar at Glow Aesthetics Med Spa. Quick, effective in-office injections and IV therapies designed to support energy, immunity, recovery, and overall wellness in minutes. From NAD+ and glutathione for cellular support and glow to B-complex boosts, hydration drips, and fast-acting nausea or pain relief. We make feeling better simple and convenient. Need a quick energy reset, recovering from travel or a long week? It's time to glow. Glow Vitality Bar at Glow Aesthetics Med Spa.
There's a moment in every real estate deal that matters more than the contract. It usually happens at a kitchen table. Maybe it's a young couple realizing they can actually afford their first home. Maybe it's a family deciding it is time to build something new. At the Move Group, that's the moment we work for. Not the commission, not the closing. The moment a person looks up and says, "We can do this." That's the Move Group. So move with Mason and the Move Group.
Move with Mason.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's time for your post-game report, courtesy of Mason Schramm and the Move Group. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. We'll go right into your post-game coach interview from Rhonda Westland, State Farm Insurance. We bring in head coach Drew Lawrence of the victorious Yankton Post 12, a 10-0 win here in the opening game of this first-round playoff series. And, Coach, I know people in the sports world, they love to talk about trends. And since getting back from the Gopher Classic, you guys have scored 47 runs over your last 5 games, including now 25 in your last 2 games. You've reached double digits in 3 of those games. Your offense has really been rolling.
Yeah, our base running has been really good. Our bats have been really good. We're finding ways to get on base even if we're not getting hits. But today our base running was really good. Like, we had an idea that we were going to be able to steal even if they threw it to first, and the players took advantage of that, and they listened and put their head down, and I mean, we got a lot of runs today just on base running alone. And, they threw a pitcher that probably the right guy to throw against us. That's a very low velocity guy and gets pop-ups, and so we had to work. But the offense did a really good job.
And, that's something where you mentioning the throws over to first, that seems like by design. When we were up here, it's like, oh, maybe they got him, but he was able to beat it out. I was by design, so that's what they know what they say about assuming, and that's what happened up here in the booth. But great running from your guys. I think those 2 guys, that Will Sager had one of them, and then Brennan Gilmore had the other one. On those throws to first, you were still able to beat out to second.
Yep, and that was by design. We just those guys are fast, and so if you get a good lead and you get a good jump with a lefty that has to have a slow move that way, then we're going to try and take the base on you, and we're going to make you make 2 throws to get us out while we're sprinting down the line. So it helps be able to bring speed to the ball field.
The game ends on a play we've seen happen quite often for you guys where you lay down a bunt, it's in a good spot, pitcher has to rush a throw to first and ends up in an error, and you guys just create that extra havoc on the base paths, and great effort from both Jackson and Carter on that last play.
Yeah, we've been struggling to bunt actually the last 2 weeks, so that's good that we were able to get some bunts down because we're going to need to be able to do that in order to accomplish our goals. So it was good that we were able to get those bunts down, and as a result, like you said, it causes chaos, and it's hard to defend, and especially when you have speed along with good bunting, so we got to be able to keep doing that.
Beck Reichert on the mound today, pitches the complete game in 5 innings, gets the shutout win, and his defense behind him helped him in a couple moments of trouble, a couple double plays turned by your middle infield with Simon Kamshoff and Jackson Kudera, but all in all, another fantastic day defensively and on the mound.
Yeah, it's nice that those 2 sophomores turned some double plays today, so that's good. Overall, we haven't had a lot of double plays this year. That's just kind of the product of probably not allowing a ton of base runners throughout the season, but, we're pretty low on the double play ground balls that we've gotten this year. So those were big, especially in the first inning. Beck was struggling to command right away, walked the first guy on 4 pitches, and then threw, I think, 2 balls to the second guy, and then he swung at the third one and hit a ground ball double play. So it works out when our defense, because our defense can play. So it works out that we got that ball in the right spot and we're able to turn double play. So hopefully that continues as well, although I would just take not having any base runners before that. So.
List of priorities: nobody on base, being able to turn double plays, and then so on and so forth from there. But you guys know what you got to do tomorrow. You need to win one of those 2 games against Aberdeen. Starts at noon for game 1 tomorrow. Are you got any plans for pitching? Who we might see on the mound for game 1?
Caden Onoff will start the first game, and then if we go to a third game, it'll be our best, Sam Ngoki. All
right, it should be a lot of fun tomorrow afternoon. One win away from another trip to the state tournament this year out in Rapid City. And Coach, not to put too much pressure on you, but if you win tomorrow, we're coming out with you. So we'll have some radio out there with you.
That'll be some fun.
It should be a lot of fun. Got to take care of business tomorrow. Should be a good one. 11:30 a.m. pregame, noon first pitch against Aberdeen. Coach, thanks for taking time to come up and talk, and congratulations on another win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, and one more thing before we go, because I know you don't usually like to talk about yourself in these post games, but I do want to congratulate you. Picked up your 300th win earlier this year at the high school Legion combined level. So congratulations on that as well. I want to make sure people know about that for you.
We've gotten a lot of wins the last couple of years. We've had a lot of good ball players. We have good coaches. You get a lot of losses with those wins too. So it's all product of, having good baseball players and good teammates and good athletes and good parents. All of that combined makes this job fairly easy. So, hopefully we keep winning and we add more to it.
Yeah, why not 300 more, right?
Yeah.
Thanks again, Coach. Congrats on another win, and good luck tomorrow when we talk to you then.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
It's head coach Drew Lawrence of Yankton Post 12 here on KYNT and KYN TV. We're going to go back to break, come back in a couple minutes, keep things rolling on your post-game report from Mason Schramm in the Move Group.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptoMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptoMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptoMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Your days are busy. Drop-offs, meetings, practice, and then, somehow, make a healthy dinner. Skip the grocery run and let Hy-Vee help. With Hy-Vee online shopping, you can order your groceries in minutes, choose pickup or delivery, and get back to what matters most. Fresh groceries, great deals, and one less thing on your to-do list. Download the Hy-Vee app or shop online at Hy-Vee.com today. Hy-Vee, making lives easier, healthier, and happier.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, your utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can! For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
When the community needs support, Mesaba shows up. Whether it's local schools, youth activities, community events, or organizations making a difference, we're proud to invest in the places and people that make this region strong. That same commitment extends to our employees. At Mesaba, you're not just joining a company, you're joining a team that cares about where we live, work, and raise our families. Built on community, powered by people. Apply today at mesabainc.com/careers.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
When pain or injury slows you down, waiting isn't an option. That's why Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walking Care is available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, right here in Yankton. No appointment is needed. Just walk in and you will be seen. It's faster access to the expert care that you deserve from doctors who live and invest in this community. We're not just your doctors, we're your neighbors. I'm Dr. Brent Adams, orthopedic surgeon with the Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team and we're here for you.
As a business owner, you want a bank that understands where you want to take your business and how to enhance your ability to take it there. F&BO Free Business Checking offers that flexibility and convenience so you can manage and grow your business. Unlimited transactions, free online banking and bill pay, mobile deposits and alerts, and no minimum balance, no maintenance fees, and no returned items fees. F&BO Free Business Checking, simplicity and essential solutions for businesses big and small. Member FDIC.
Whether you're getting close to retirement or already there, the goal isn't just a plan. It's helping you feel more informed and organized across your financial life. I'm Adam Boelter with North Rock. At North Rock, we take a personal office approach, helping coordinate investment strategy, tax planning, insurance, and estate consideration. It's not just about managing money. It's about helping you make decisions across everything that matters. If you're looking for a more connected, relationship-driven approach to your finances, let's start a conversation. Search Adam Boelter with North Rock or visit northrockvantage.com.
North Rock Partners LLC is an investment advisor registered with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV, your post-game report, courtesy of Mason Schramm and the Move Group. You buying or selling, move with Mason and the Move Group. Let's take a look at your final stat recap, courtesy of Mayor Signs. They offer all types of signage, lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Consider the possibilities today with Mayor Signs. They're on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. We'll start things off with the pitching stats for Yankton as Beck Reichen throws a complete game, shutout, gave up 2 hits, had 4 strikeouts, did issue 2 walks, both of those to lead off innings as well. Both of those 4-pitch walks. So very just interesting how similar those two situations were. But ends the day throwing 61 total pitches at the plate. Yankton had 7 hits as a team, 8 runs driven in, 4 walks drawn, 10 runs total scored. Beck Reichen went 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Sam Goki goes 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Easton Fieser 3 for 3 with 3 runs driven in and a run scored. Tate Bestie goes 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Brennan Gilmore goes 0 for 2 at the plate but drives in a run and scores 2 more with his free trips on the base paths. Jackson Kudera goes 0 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. And Carter Boomsma 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk drawn. Boomsma did lay down the bunt. Won't get credited with an RBI for it because it's an error in the field, but Boomsma did lay down the winning bunt today. In terms of stolen bases, Beck Reichen and Tate Bestie both had 2. Brennan Gilmore and Will Sager had 1, and Carter Boomsma had 1 as well. Start giving out your Players of the Game awards. We'll start on the offensive side of things, courtesy of Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. I mean, reading through the stats there, it's pretty clear. Tate Bestie deserves a shout for going 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI, but Easton Fieser, perfect at the plate. 3 hits and 3 at-bats, 3 runs driven in, another run scored for him. He is your offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game from Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential and commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. I'm going to cheat on this one. I'm giving it to the middle infield of Jackson Kudera and Simon Kamshoff, teaming up for a couple double play balls. They were very effective out there in the middle infield. Almost had 3 double plays turned between the two of them. Your hustler of the game from H&H Roofing. H&H Roofing has got you covered. And I'm going to split this award up as well. Brennan Gilmore and Will Sager, we learned in the postgame coach interview it was by design, but both of them being able to beat pickoff attempts to second base. So the left-handed pitcher's thrown over to first, they take off, and they're able to beat it down to second base still as well. That is some elite hustle from both those guys. They are your hustlers of the game, courtesy of H&H Roofing. We already had your post-game coach interview from Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, so all that's left to do is have your schedule preview from Parker Hannafin of Yankton, and we'll talk about what's next for Yankton post-12 after one final break here at Riverside Field. We're coming back in a couple minutes, and we're wrapping things up from Riverside for the, second to last time in the 2026 baseball season. Back in a couple minutes here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet. From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, right here in Yankton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Rhonda and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Rhonda Westland, it's easy to switch and save. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Feeling drained isn't always about sleep or motivation. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. When your body is stiff, tense, or moving poorly, everyday tasks can take more effort than they should. When spinal joints aren't moving well, other areas often compensate. Regular chiropractic care helps improve mobility and reduce tension patterns that keep your body on high alert. Start feeling better with a call to First Chiropractic Centers with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
When it comes to Medicare, you deserve local, personal help, not a call center. I'm Jen Great with Missouri River Associates, right here in your community. I'll sit down with you, answer your questions, and help you find the coverage that fits your life. Call 665-6885 to schedule your free consultation. Missouri River Associates, your hometown Medicare resource.
There's a moment in every real estate deal that matters more than the contract. It usually happens at a kitchen table. Maybe it's a young couple realizing they can actually afford their first home. Maybe it's a family deciding it is time to build something new. At the Move Group, that's the moment we work for. Not the commission, not the closing. The moment a person looks up and says, "We can do this." That's the Move Group. People before transactions. Visit themovegroup.com.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Does anyone in your family have macular degeneration? At Vision Care Associates, we are dedicated to delivering the highest standard of eye care, utilizing the latest medical advancements to protect and improve your vision. That's why we offer ZX Pro, a new technology that measures your risk for macular degeneration. ZX Pro is a test used to assess macular health before signs of macular degeneration even begin. Be proactive and schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
From sprains to fractures, getting the right care quickly makes all the difference. That's why we offer Yankton Medical Clinic orthopedic walk-in care, weekdays from 8 to 5. Walk in and be seen, no appointment needed. It's expert care, faster access, and a team that's part of your community. Because here, you're more than a patient, you're our neighbor. I'm Dr. Benjamin Lancaster, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. Two things to take care of here before we wrap up from Riverside Field. And one of them is your post-game highlights, courtesy of At the Bar. You can gather at the bar in downtown Yankton. Let's take a look real quick. Both of these on your Vision Care Associates replay cam. And your first one is that double into left center field from Easton Feaser that drove in a run from third. At that point, I believe it was the first run of the game at that point for Feaser. And then our second highlight, Brendan Gilmore, a ball up the middle, throw home, not in time. Another run scoring for Yankton. That was Will Sager, who was able to beat the throw home on that one. A couple highlights for you, courtesy of At the Bar and your Vision Care Associates replay camera. One final thing to do, your schedule preview from Parker Hannafin of Yankton. Learn more about them at parker.com. Parker is engineering your success. Noon tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. pregame. Yankton post 12, taking on Aberdeen post 24. Yankton needs to win one tomorrow between Game 2 and Game 3 to advance to the state tournament. Aberdeen will need to sweep a doubleheader. It's a tall task, but anything can happen in Class A Legion baseball, and we hope you join us tomorrow for that matchup between Yankton and Aberdeen. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, and of course you, the listener. Without you, this broadcast is not possible. Thanks to Daniel Dykstra back at KYNT Studios, making sure everything runs properly on that end. And of course, my co-commentator, Josh Boelter, who I think he stepped out to get his foot checked. It's starting to bother him, for those of you who heard that story on the broadcast, but hope he's doing okay. We'll see him back here tomorrow morning. But until then, stay safe, be good people, have a great night, everybody. Yankton takes Game 1 of a potential 3-game series, 10-0 over Aberdeen. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. KYNT, KYN TV. Have a great night, everybody.